TV soap news and spoilers say that in the labyrinthine world of daytime drama, where secrets fester like open wounds and alliances shift like sand in a storm, Beyond the Gates has captivated audiences with its relentless torrent of betrayal, redemption, and heart-wrenching revelations. Today, we dive deep into one of the show's most tantalizing enigmas, the enigmatic bond between Haley and Randy. Could these two shadowy figures, entangled in a web of deception and danger, actually be siblings? The mere whisper of such a possibility sends chills down the spine of any devoted viewer. As we peel back the layers of this intricate storyline, we'll explore the clues scattered throughout the episodes, dissect the motivations driving these characters, and ponder the dramatic implications of a hidden familial tie. Join me on this journey through the fog-shrouded alleys of Uptown, where nothing is as it seems, and every glance could conceal a dagger. To fully appreciate the gravity of this speculation, we must first rewind the clock and immerse ourselves in the turbulent backstory that has brought us to this precipice. Beyond the Gates isn't just a soap opera, it's a symphony of human frailty, where characters like Haley, portrayed with a haunting vulnerability by the incomparable actress whose performance has earned her multiple daytime Emmy nods, navigate a minefield of moral ambiguity. Haley, the once innocent ingenue turned master manipulator, burst onto the scene as a young woman grappling with an unexpected pregnancy. Her storyline, fraught with emotional landmines, introduced us to a cast of supporting players who would forever alter the trajectory of her life. Enter Randy, a figure shrouded in mystery and menace, who materialized like a ghost from the shadows during this pivotal arc. Randy's introduction was anything but subtle. As Joey Armstrong's former henchman, a ruthless enforcer in the underbelly of Uptown's criminal syndicate, Randy carried the weight of a man haunted by his past sins. Joey, the tyrannical kingpin whose iron fist rules the streets with unyielding cruelty, had once entrusted Randy with tasks that tested the very limits of humanity. But Randy's loyalty cracked under the pressure, leading to a cataclysmic fallout that nearly cost him everything. It was Doug, Haley's steadfast ally and a beacon of reluctant heroism, along with his partner Vanessa, who intervened in a scene that still echoes with tension. Picture this, a dimly lit warehouse on the outskirts of Uptown, the air thick with the metallic tang of blood and fear. Joey's goons had cornered Randy, their fists raining down like hammer blows for his audacious betrayal. Stealing a staggering $10,000 from Joey's coffers and defying a direct order to eliminate Kenneth, the hapless waiter who had unwittingly stumbled into the syndicate's crosshairs. Kenneth, a minor character whose brief appearance belied his significance, was no more than a pawn in Joey's game of power. Ordered to silence him permanently, Randy hesitated, his conscience, a rare flicker in the darkness of his world, staying his hand. This act of mercy, or perhaps cowardice, depending on one's perspective, sealed Randy's fate. Joey, ever the vindictive overlord, decreed a punishment that would serve as a warning to all who dared defy him. But Doug and Vanessa, driven by a mix of loyalty to their friend and a desperate bid to atone for their own tangled histories, swooped in like avenging angels. They spirited Randy away from the brink of death, nursing his wounds in hidden safe houses and forging a bond that transcended mere friendship. Randy became Doug's confidant, a brother-in-arms in the endless war against Joey's empire. Fast forward to the heart-pounding episode surrounding Haley's pregnancy, where the plot thickens like congealing blood. Haley, her belly swelling with the promise of new life amid the chaos of her existence, found herself at the epicenter of a storm. Her departure from Uptown wasn't a quiet exit, it was a dramatic vanishing act orchestrated with the precision of a heist. Randy, ever the enigmatic figure, was the one who whisked her away, his car speeding into the night like a fugitive from justice. The scene was laden with suspense, Haley's face pale under the streetlights, her hands clutching her abdomen as if shielding her unborn child from the world's cruelties. Randy's grip on the wheel was white-knuckled, his eyes darting to the rearview mirror, scanning for tails. But the drama didn't end there. Randy returned to Uptown alone, his demeanor a mask of feigned nonchalance, to retrieve Haley's forgotten wallet, a seemingly innocuous item that, in the grand tapestry of Beyond the Gates, could hold keys to untold secrets. Confronted by Danny, Haley's concerned friend whose loyalty has been tested time and again, Randy spun a web of lies with the ease of a seasoned con artist. "She's been taken straight to the operating room," he claimed, his voice steady but his eyes betraying a flicker of unease. We, the audience, knew the truth. No hospital awaited Haley, no sterile surgical suite. This was a fabrication, a smokescreen designed to buy time and deflect suspicion. Danny's furrowed brow and probing questions hung in the air like unspoken accusations, but Randy slipped away, leaving behind a trail of doubt. This lie, so brazen and calculated, thrusts Randy into the spotlight as a key player in Haley's elaborate plot. What is this plot, you ask? In the convoluted narrative of Beyond the Gates, Haley's schemes are as multifaceted as a diamond cut in shadows. Her pregnancy wasn't just a personal milestone. It was a weapon, a leverage point in her ongoing feud with Joey and the forces that sought to control her destiny. By aligning with Randy, Haley appears to have forged an alliance born of necessity, but the depth of their connection raises eyebrows. Is Randy merely a pawn in her game, or is he her secret partner, complicit in every twist and turn? The evidence mounts like storm clouds on the horizon. Randy's presence in Uptown, spiriting Haley away under the cover of darkness, speaks volumes. He's not just a bystander, he's an active participant, risking his own precarious safety to aid her. Remember, Randy is supposedly in hiding, a ghost evading Joey's relentless hunters. Joey's wrath knows no bounds. Having already attempted to end Randy's life once, he would stop at nothing to finish the job. Yet, Randy emerges from the shadows for Haley, defying the odds and courting death. This level of devotion isn't casual. It's profound, hinting at ties that run deeper than friendship or opportunism. Consider the phone call that has set fan forums ablaze with speculation. In a quiet moment, away from the prying eyes of Uptown's inhabitants, Haley dials a number with trembling fingers. The conversation is brief but loaded with subtext. "How are you? Do you need anything?" Her tone is tender, almost maternal, laced with concern that transcends mere camaraderie. It's the voice of someone checking on a loved one in peril, a fugitive whose every breath is borrowed time. Who else could elicit such worry from Haley, a woman hardened by betrayal and loss? Randy fits the bill perfectly, a man in hiding, dodging Joey's assassins, reliant on scraps of support from those who dare to help. But let's push the envelope further. Could this bond be familial? The notion that Haley and Randy are siblings isn't as far-fetched as it might seem in the melodramatic universe of Beyond the Gates, where long-lost relatives emerge from the woodwork with alarming frequency. Imagine the dramatic reveal, a shared childhood shrouded in secrecy, perhaps separated by tragedy or adoption, only to reunite in the crucible of Uptown's underworld. Haley's protective instincts toward Randy could stem from a sisterly love, buried deep beneath layers of survivalist armor. Randy's willingness to risk everything for her? The unbreakable pull of blood. Delve into their backstories, and parallels emerge like ghosts in a mirror. Both characters hail from fractured families, their pasts dotted with abandonment and hardship. Haley, orphaned young and bounced between foster homes, learned early to trust no one but herself. Randy's history is equally murky, a street kid who clawed his way into Joey's orbit, his origins a blank slate ripe for revelation. What if their paths diverged in childhood, only to converge now in a symphony of revenge and redemption? The showrunners have a penchant for such twists, as seen in previous arcs where siblings reunited amid chaos, their bonds forging unbreakable alliances. The dramatic potential is intoxicating. Picture the climax. A rain-soaked confrontation in an abandoned warehouse, Joey's forces closing in. Haley and Randy stand back to back, weapons drawn, their eyes locking in a moment of truth. "You're my brother," Haley whispers, tears mingling with the downpour. Randy nods, a lifetime of pain etched on his face. "Always have been." The revelation would shatter the status quo, reshaping alliances and igniting new conflicts. Doug and Vanessa, already entwined in this mess, would grapple with the implications. Doug's best friend, now Haley's kin, Vanessa's trust tested anew. Yet, skepticism lingers. Is this merely fan wishful thinking, or are the clues deliberate breadcrumbs? Randy's lie to Danny could be self-preservation, not sibling loyalty. His aid to Haley might stem from debt to Doug, or a calculated bid for power. The phone call? Ambiguous at best, potentially directed at another hidden ally. But in Beyond the Gates, ambiguity is the lifeblood of suspense. The show's writers excel at misdirection, planting red herrings that bloom into truths seasons later. Expanding on this theory, let's consider the broader implications for the ensemble cast. If Haley and Randy are siblings, how does this ripple through Uptown? Joey, the antagonist whose villainy knows no depths, might have unknowingly pitted brother against sister in his schemes. His discovery of their bond could fuel a vendetta of epic proportions, turning the streets into a battlefield. Danny, ever the moral compass, would face a crisis of conscience, harboring secrets or exposing them, risking lives in the process. And what of the unborn child? If Randy is uncle to Haley's baby, the stakes skyrocket, transforming a personal drama into a dynastic saga. To add layers of detail, recall the subtle visual cues peppered throughout the episodes. In flashbacks, Haley's childhood home bears eerie similarities to locales Randy has mentioned in passing. A faded wallpaper pattern, a distinctive street sign. Their mannerisms mirror each other, the way Haley tilts her head when scheming, echoed in Randy's contemplative stares. Even their dialogue carries rhythmic echoes, phrases like, "We've got to stick together," uttered by both in moments of crisis. The pregnancy arc itself warrants deeper scrutiny. Haley's vulnerability during this time humanizes her, stripping away the facade of invincibility. Randy's involvement wasn't coincidental. It was catalytic. By escorting her to safety, he ensured the child's survival, perhaps driven by an innate protective urge. Siblings separated by fate often exhibit such instincts, a psychic tether pulling them toward reunion. Critics might argue that introducing a sibling twist cheapens the narrative, but in Beyond the Gates, such revelations elevate the drama to operatic heights. Remember the iconic sibling reveal in Season 3, where twins discovered their heritage amid a corporate takeover? It reshaped the show, garnering record ratings. A Haley-Randy connection could do the same, blending thriller elements with emotional depth. As we circle back to the core question, do you think Haley and Randy are siblings? The evidence tantalizes but doesn't confirm. Their shared secrets, the lies woven to protect each other, the hushed concern in Haley's voice, all point to a bond profound and possibly genetic. Perhaps it's just Haley and Randy against the world, two souls forged in fire, united by circumstance rather than blood. Or maybe, just maybe, the writers have planted the seeds for a bombshell that will explode in future episodes. What do you think, fellow fans? Are Haley and Randy long-lost siblings, their reunion a powder keg waiting to ignite? Or is this alliance something else entirely, romantic, opportunistic, or platonic? Dive into the comments below, share your theories, and let's dissect this together. In the ever-twisting saga of Beyond the Gates, one thing is certain: the truth, when it emerges, will be as dramatic and devastating as the lies that precede it. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. TV Soap New and Spoilers for more updates.